But let's get into our topic today, which is our wheelchair Nazi.
Our wheelchair Nazi.
Madison Cawthorn thrusting his naked body on another man's face in a video. And I believe it's already being categorized under the boys will be boys category. You're a guy. Do you habitually dry hump your friends' faces naked on video?
No.
Maybe there's something about men I haven't learned yet.
Yeah.
Is it gay? Or is it just frat stuff? So I think it's like frat stuff, which borders on being gay. But it seems to be part of the culture. I don't know. Is it? Well, you're in a frat. Is that part of the culture to kind of dry hump your friends when you're drunk?
Humping your friend's face while you're fucking butt naked. No, that's where they do that at. I don't.
Apparently, your boy Cawthorn knows where they do that at. So yeah. I don't know. You trying to go to the next party with him or what?
No,
you're not trying to get down like that.
No, and there's other video of him with someone who works for him, and that person's like straight up just like touching his crotch, just like, sensually touching his crotch, and they videoed it together of this kid doing it, and that is totally fine, except for the fact that this guy has tons of hateful and bigoted things to say about not only the LGBTQIA+ community, but several other, historically oppressed communities. And that's why we're coming after him. We're not coming after him because any of these things is particularly wrong. It's the hypocrisy. And we're not coming after him for being in a wheelchair. We're coming after him because of the hypocrisy. So he's a Nazi who happens to be in a wheelchair. We're not making fun of him.
He's a Nazi who happens to be in a wheelchair. I don't give a shit if he's in a wheelchair or not. What I give a shit about is that he has a shitty record on behavior with women. He is also in a photograph where he's wearing lingerie. And I genuinely believe that these pictures are coming out because he recently shit on the Republican Party. I think this is an internal hit.
Talk about it. What did he do to shit on the Republican Party?
Well, he said on some talk show he was on that he was invited to orgies from within the Republican Party. So for once, it wasn't a Democratic thing. What I find interesting is that of all the horrible things that he has said, this is what tipped the scale against him within his own party.
Talk about
was that he basically said it was them that were having these orgies. Now, I don't care who's having orgies. As far as I'm concerned, if you're having orgies, apparently your Tuesday night's going better than mine. What I have a problem with is the neo-Christian hypocrisy of it all that you just spoke about. He is anti-LGBT. He is very pro-rhetoric that is distasteful and misogynistic. But I do find the timing of these photographs questionable because he did recently just shit on the Republican Party and say that he was invited to orgies specifically from within the Republican Party. Yes. So it's kind of bizarre that suddenly now photos that 10 years ago might have taken his career down have been released. Personally, I don't think it's going to hurt his career. I mean, we are in the age of the sex tape, right? So,
right.
And why bother going to college?
These aren't just any orgies. He specifically said cocaine orgies. I don't know if that makes
cocaine orgies
worse or whatever, but
they're trying to stay up all night. I mean, I don't know how good of a time you're going to have, but yeah, I mean, you're going to stay up all night. You're going to party. You're partying like rock stars. And he specifically said Republicans. Yeah. Why do you think he said that at all about his own party? Like, how come he didn't throw the Democrats in there? Aren't they the baby drinking sex orgy group?
Because he's a compulsive liar. This guy also lied about being accepted into the Naval Academy, which is stolen valor. You're lying about your military service, which most Republicans would have. If that were a Democrat, that alone
would have nailed him.
Yeah, they would have. That would have been the scandal of the year. Just that they would have had hearings and they would have forced you to resign just off of that alone. That's anathema to conservatives. Stolen valor. So the idea that an elected Republican member of Congress would lie about getting into the Naval Academy. He basically blamed the car accident, which left him in a wheelchair, for why he wasn't, in the Navy. And that was a complete lie.
Why do people lie about things that we can all easily find out about?
Because they found out about this lie before he made it into Congress. Like he ran on this. People knew he was lying and they still elected him. These lies don't matter.
So the party of family values has finally turned on him because he outed them.
Yeah. All
Do
the
you think?
homophobic stuff, all the racist stuff, all the xenophobic stuff, all the misogynistic stuff, none of that was a problem. But Kevin McCarthy cracked the whip because you said something about the cocaine orgies.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's a group that specifically put this out. Like we don't even have to speculate. The group is called Fire Madison Cawthorn. And they put out all of this shit. And they're not doing it from the standpoint of scandal, scandal, scandal. They're doing it from the standpoint of this guy is breaking ethics laws.
Well, he's breaking the code, right? Like you don't snitch on your own. He snitched.
Yeah. Well, that plus like the whole thing with, with the person who works with him that he's appears to be having a sexual relationship with, or something more than just a friendship with, which raises an eyebrow, especially given the fact that he's married. And two, this person is living in his home that's in North Carolina, which you're not allowed to do.
Wait, is Cawthorn married? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He has a wife, this guy?
Yeah.
There really is somebody out there for everybody. There really is.